Thank you for joining us. I'm Naiba Reynoso. In this episode, soft landings for people experiencing homelessness. Plus, the Alvin Ailey Dance Theater brings a therapeutic workshop to people in need. But first, more than 60 double-crested cormorant eggs and chicks were rescued from a falling tree in Marina del Rey. With time of the essence, the Department of Beaches and Harbors and a local rescue organization joined hands to get the birds the intensive care they need to survive. Here's more.
A few weeks ago, we had a branch fall off a really big tree. It was a really big branch. It crushed the roof of a small enclosure we have for the trash bins. When we looked at the tree after the branch fell, we noticed that the tree was still cracking and it was still showing signs that it was going to fail. So obviously we need to take it out. The tree is right next to a public walkway. Fortunately, the branch fell in the middle of the night. Nobody got hurt, but we need to take this tree out as soon as possible. Unfortunately, the tree is a nesting tree, and it had 5 or 6 nests of cormorant eggs. So what we did is we talked to the International Bird Rescue down in San Pedro, and they came out, they worked with our arborists, they worked with our contractors, the biological monitor. Working together, they managed to take the tree down bit by bit, and they'd get to a nest, they'd prune the tree right at the nest, and they'd carry the nest down gently to the ground, where staff from the bird rescue would take the eggs and put them in basically egg cartons and wrap them with heated blankets so the eggs would stay warm. There were also a few chicks in there. The bird rescue took them as well.
Kind of a race against time to make sure that these birds were removed safely and brought into care. Our goal at Bird Rescue is to treat and release all of our patients back into the wild. We received over 60 eggs and about 9 live chicks that were probably about 1 to 3 days old. These are altricial chicks, so when they're born, they have no feathers, their eyes aren't even open for the first several days of life. So they rely 100% on their parents for survival. That means being fed, being hydrated. We have a dedicated staff person on these chicks all day, 12 hours a day, feeding them once an hour. We want to keep these birds as wild as possible. So to do that, we completely cover our bodies in a costume. So that's reducing any contact or connection that they might have by looking at us. Try to mimic the coloration of their parents, which are very, very deep black in color. Our other centers and myself have dealt with nests and eggs needing to be removed from hazardous areas. So we've dealt with babies in this high of volume before. We do our best to raise as many as possible. We have really high hopes that we're gonna get a lot of them back out into the wild so they can become successful members of their communities.
The path to housing became a reality for several people living in a South LA encampment. Take a look.
Welcome to our Pathway Home, ERF Zone 5 and 6A. We do have a finite amount of room, so we want to make sure that we're allocating the appropriate spaces to the appropriate people.
We're in our 8th encampment resolution. We're actually going to be addressing 2 zones, Zone 5 and Zone 6. Zone 5 is along the 105, and Zone 6 is along Rosa Parks Metro Station, which is along Vermont Avenue. Once we have identified the area that we're going to address, we work very closely with all the outreach teams that have a footprint in the area. And we do that because we want to leverage the relationships that outreach build with our homeless neighbors, because it's very hard to actually find a resource that's going to help people.
I'm doing good, man. Everything happened. All of a sudden, you don't know when you could end up in the streets, man. People like you. Can you imagine? I probably would have still been there if you guys wouldn't have came, man. I don't know what I was going to do, man.
The teams are already out here doing that, and so it's kind of like the secret sauce to being able to help people is to really leverage the outreach teams and the relationships that they build along a long time. And they start working with them, kind of prepping them on where they're going to be going, the steps that it's going to take to do that. A lot of times it's more helpful for them to actually be in a site than in an RV that's probably not in the best condition.
You good, bro? Yeah. One step closer, my friend. Let's go.
So that's the next step, is to actually start to engage with them, have them come indoors. And for Pathway Home and for this particular project, it is a motel room. Our program, we acquire the entire hotel. So there's only our participants, 100% full with our participants. And then our providers are there on site, and we contract both with the motel and with our providers.
Oh, you want to go in the van?
We're actually hoping that we can end the cycle of homelessness for our homeless neighbors. And the way that we do that, along with the services that we're providing at the motel, 2 to 3 weeks after this particular project, after the day of move-in, we connect all the county department services that we could imagine someone that's experiencing homelessness can need. We actually bring it to the motel. So register recorder, so you could get your birth certificate, so that you could get your ID, connection to benefits, like health services, like Medi-Cal. We make sure we come alongside them and work with them to make sure that they get the help that they need.
Very, very grateful now that now that I'm taking advantage of the services. At first I didn't believe it, right? But yeah, I'm very, very grateful. That I am. I'm blessed. Thanks to you guys, man. I keep helping people out, man.
Local heroes were celebrated at the John Anson Ford Awards. The annual event, hosted by the Human Relations Commission, acknowledges the people making LA County a better place for everyone. Take a look.
My great honor to present this award to the Mural Workforce Academy. If they could please come forward. I'm proud to support them, the incredible organization, and the generations of work that they have provided through artists, activists, community leaders, and young people. Si se puede. Today we're celebrating the John Anson Ford Human Rights Award. He was a former supervisor here in the County of Los Angeles, and today the Human Relations Commission is presenting those awards. And today the First District honorees are the Boyle Heights Conservatory, and they have been involved for many decades in our community to help bring artists, advocates, social justice, civil rights leaders, as well as young people, and they were selected to receive one of the awards.
I'm one of the teaching artists that work with the youth inside the halls and camps, the juvenile halls. I've always dreamed of receiving one of these. I always thought in 20 years, because I'll do this work forever. This is something I feel like I'll never want to stop doing.
This was a dream come true. To be able to stand and receive this award, acknowledging me with this Human Rights Award, that I am acknowledged for supporting the advancement of women, to share this with the whole world is just, it's unbelievable.
And I am lucky to be joined by 4 incredible women on the board who all are committed to making change and making certain that we are supporting each and every resident of Los Angeles County. Thank you for your leadership, and to all of our commissioners who continue in this relentless work.
We talk about what human rights are and freedoms that every one of us depend on. Yes, free from being targeted for violence because of your identity, because of your religion, your nationality, your race, ethnicity, your sexual gender orientation, your disability. And these aren't dependent on your legal status, but because you are a human being worthy of dignity and value.
The Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater held a healing dance workshop for seniors affected by the wildfires in Altadena.
My name is Billy Young. I'm with Los Angeles County Aging and Disabilities Department. I'm one of the program managers over their community and senior center divisions. And here today we have a very special treat for our Altadena Senior Center members. They have invited the Alvin Ailey Dance Theater Group to do an interactive dance workshop for the center members. And through a partnership that we also have with the Pasadena Senior Center, they have graciously offered their space. The Music Center, through Keith Weichels, has generously offered such an amazing treat because they wanted to do something for the Altadena Senior Center members.
It's about supporting each other and as a people. It's something that Alvin Ailey was interested in, people being good citizens, and that's what good citizens do. We support and help our fellow man. We're all in the same boat, and being here gives us a chance to get out of our situation, get out of our home and come here and have some light.
I wish more Altadena seniors would understand that we need this. This is not a luxury, this is a necessity to feel part of the community. We need to start coming over here. I wish more people would know about it. There's plenty of senior citizens in Altadena that need to come out and feel embraced by the community. I think we need more outreach and more welcoming and more word of mouth as we go around everyday activities. If we see another senior, if we see somebody that we know is not being included or then welcome them and letting them know that we are here.
Thanks for joining us. We leave you now with scenes of Southeast LA and the city of Norwalk. We'll see you next time on LA County Close Up.